Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Visual Studio Code on your Mac so you can program in C and create applications using the C programming language. Pretty simple. Go to a web browser, we'll be needing this momentarily, and just Google Visual Studio Code or follow the link in the description and open this up. Click download. If the website looks slightly different because you're watching this video in the future, then that's fine as well, as long as you get it downloaded. And it's downloading right there, and it shouldn't take too long. It's not the biggest of files, so once that's downloaded, we will install it. Okay, so about 10 seconds to go, and then we'll just, well, open it up. They can use any web browser, that's not really an issue. Go to your downloads folder, double click the zip file, and let me zoom in so you can see this a little better. Okay, and let's drag that to applications, and here we go. So we can actually launch this up. So what we can do is just get rid of this, and we can get rid of this. And now what we want to do is go into Visual Studio Code. So if we just search for it here, Visual Studio Code, click open, and this is what it will look like. Now we can close any release notes, anything that pops up. And what we're going to do is create a new folder on the desktop, and I'm going to call it test application. So this is where all the code for our application will reside. And in here, click open folder, go to desktop, test application, open. Okay, so before we actually, yeah, that's fine. Yes, I trust the authors, and you can do that as well if you want to, especially if it's your own computer. What I want to do now is install some extensions. So go to this extensions button here, or go to view extensions, and you want to search for C, C/C++, the one from Microsoft. And I've already got it installed. If you don't, and then let me just reload it, then you'll have something like that. Click install. You also want something called Code Runner from Jun Han, and click install. And now go to your code button here, go to preferences, settings, and go to extensions. Scroll down to run code configuration, and you want to scroll down to the part where it talks about the terminal, run in terminal. So select this. It says whether to run code in integrated terminal. So the reason you want to do this is because if you don't, then you're running the output pane, and when it runs it in there, it's read only. So if you create an application with a function like scanf, which allows you to read characters and content from your console, it won't work because it's read only. So you need to select this. This is just recommended in general. And now we can deselect this, deselect that, go back to our Explorer, our test application, and now we can create a new file. So right click, let me zoom in a bit, right click, new file, and we're just going to name it main.c. and if I go to the desktop, test application, there's the main.c there that we just created. So now what we want to do is just grab this hello world. I'll provide a link in the description to this website, just generic code, and paste it in. I'm not going to be running any of this code. I'm not going to be explaining any of this code. That will come in a separate video. So now to run it, we can either press this play button here. We can either do Command Shift, I think it's N, or Command Alt N, or right click and run code. And this, so we'll just click that, and there we go. It says hello world, right there. Otherwise, it would have put it in the output section. You know, it's moaning even though it is working. Ignore that, and that's the output application right there, which we can double click and run. If you double click it and run, as you can see, it doesn't get that dodgy character at the end. For some reason in the terminal it gets that dodgy character. I think it's to do with, you know, not having anything, you know, to eliminate the line. So potentially if I was to change it, it would fix it. But that's what I would recommend, is just double clicking that. But you can also run it in here. So that's it. That's how you set up Visual Studio Code on your Mac so you can program in the C language. If you have any questions, feel free to join the programming channels on the Sonar Systems Discord group. There's a link in the description. Feel free to check that out. Over 3,500 members now, with over 200 active members at any given time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.